찾고 일 없어. 잠 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 일었어. 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어. 넘어질 때마다 일었어. 다시 고쳤었지. 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람. 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람. 한 곡도 퇴근하기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람. 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축. 저만 나태함 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투 다 끝. 난가가 탔지만 우리 앞길을 막지 말라고 외치며 마음을 다잡보냈었지. 진짜 한 치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 바라느리로 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지. 비극 지금 기계 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극. 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아. 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming. 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아.
이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈. 넓고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈. 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time. 지금 난 간절히 원.
Are you serious?
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
Hit on my laps in the gym, the sweat ran off my skin. They thought I ran out of breath, but I was just catching my wind. That only happens to them. I gotta capture my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born equipped with sportsmanship, so I just laugh and I grin. Victory is my objective, I don't have to pretend. Spread my wings like an eagle and let them flap in the wind. No guts, no glory, no pain, no gain. These are actions of men. My teammate is a warrior, got my back to the end. My offense is God sent. You gon' have to defend. My crossover is vicious, I got more swagger than him. Hit the bottom of the net or the back of the rim. Your style is a flagrant foul, your score, I'ma take it down. All of your trash talking was pointless. Say it now, you slacking in goaltending. My actions are bone chilling. Got the home court advantage, I'm back on the road.
Kick off already?
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
Gotta hold the city down anyhow. They gon' have to really bow. Totally dominate the game in front of any crowd. I keep it 100 while you only keep it 50 down. I can conquer any style. Victory is in me now. My time is now. Who said it was later? It comes natural. I got a competitive nature. Look at them guys when I'm coming. They be high and I'm hunting. Luckily they've been ducking me. You see lots of them running.
Into the building.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3, and it's Curry in at the point guard.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Took him no time at all on that one.
And guys, when you watch the Spurs play, it's like watching poetry in motion. I mean, every cut, every screen comes at a precise time, and they play beyond the sum of their talents because of that style.
And it's Green missing. The try by Green. No good from Duncan. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And the dunk by Barnes.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And the basket
Damn, he did not miss a shot.
Leonard's got 5 now.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And sometimes he can hit that deep 3, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range. They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Barnes dishes to Thompson. Fires for three. They get it back. Here's Green. Barnes kicks to Bogut. No good with the triple.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Out to Parker. Shot from the wing. Thompson with the block. And he recovers it. Shot's good. And that's now 9 points for Kawhi Leonard.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical, dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
You can point to any number of things, Clark. The Warriors did well last year. Their play on the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road wins.
There's the triple. No luck. The Warriors go the other way with it. And here's Green outside. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
There's no doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Anderson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Martin's checked in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Barnes.
And for the Warriors, they would go on several road trips undefeated last season. Still, the only time they looked vulnerable were games on the road. It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Boris Diaz checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Golden State also making a change. Livingston's checked in.
And, you know, with the Warriors on the road, they would occasionally dig a hole they couldn't get out of. Still, hard to critique a team that was so dominant in every facet of the game last season, even on the road.
What the hell?
Got that one up quick. Martin's got 5. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for San Antonio.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually, have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
The drive by Iguodala to halt the run. And he lays it up and in.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Here's Livingston. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And it's Green missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. First one falls for him.
2 shots.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Warriors trailed by 11. Iguodala with the drive. Puts up a 3. Can't get it to go. Ginobili. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. It's San Antonio. They lead by 11. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a comfortable margin for the Spurs here, guys.
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
The timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. Duncan is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Leonard in the small forward position. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And that one's good, Barnes. Spurs leading by 9.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
And San Antonio shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today. And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Timeout called the Warriors. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Are you serious?
Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili.
No, wow.
Here's Leonard.
Wow.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Shooting for San Antonio.
And listen, San Antonio is an older team, actually the oldest in the league last season. And because of injuries and days off, they didn't get to feel that preferred starting 5 a lot last year.
Spurs only used their preferred lineup less than half the season, but still a strong campaign. 22 games played with the starting lineup of Parker, Green, Leonard, Duncan, and Splitter.
And you know the Spurs will go on to use 23 different starting lineups, Kevin. That would be the 5th most in the NBA.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Martin's checked in for the Spurs. Warriors trailed by 13. Curry kicks to Thompson. It's stolen by Green for the finish. And finished off by Martin.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage. Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Green, the pass to Curry. Thompson with it, and it's Martin picking him up.
Are you serious?
From outside, off the mark.
Well, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Here's Curry. And the shot no good, a bit short.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
The Spurs making a switch here. Mills is checked in. Golden State also making some changes. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And Ian Clark subbed in for Curry. Iguodala's drive. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
Here's Iguodala following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Thompson with the bucket.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Mills, that's a 2-pointer.
Get that out of here, nigga.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And some changes here for the Spurs. West is checked in for Duncan. Diallo comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Kyle Anderson in for Daniel Green. And the Warriors also making a change. Livingston's checked in.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize.
Wow,
here
there
in
was
this
no
quarter.
foul there. Oh my
That's
God.
a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down.
That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Clark.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
Here is Livingston following the bucket by the Spurs.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
In transition here from the Spurs. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates. A different look now for San Antonio. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Anderson. And it's Ginobili in for Martin. And then for Golden State, Vassili's checked in for Spates. Rush comes in for Green. And it's Barbosa in for Ian Clark. There's 18 seconds left in the second quarter. Over to the left wing. Back to Iguodala. Leandro Barbosa on the wing. He gets it up. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And that does it for the first half of play. Spurs lead by 14. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Here we go, San Antonio.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in the 3 spot.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him. Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
Fires from 14. And he hits the jump shot.